Welcome everybody to a new series. To clarify, I am still debating whether I'm going back to the old series. I did get to the moon and the game started freaking out with Galacticraft, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to start I'm revisiting an old idea. The idea I've had before, and I've done it before, was the nuclear apocalypse challenge, and we're going to revisit that. I've got a select mod list, which I'll show you later, that I'm going to use. It should be a fairly fast series, and then we'll move on to some other things. The premise is, well, let's just read this real quick. It says, congratulations, you've survived the blast. Unfortunately, the world is an unfriendly place. There are new challenges to overcome. This is your guide. Hopefully you survive whatever problems inevitably arise. Good luck, survivor. The challenge is essentially a post-apocalyptic scenario. The goal is to create the ultimate bunker to surviving the apocalypse. So we've got a bunch of things here. These are kind of beforehand. These are the rules. And then some challenges that you have to do. So, we're going to do this. To start, we need all of these things here. 10 seeds, 5 breads, 16 torches, 1 stone pickaxe, and 1 pumpkin seed. The pickaxe we're going to have to make from tinkers because, well, maybe not. I don't have tinkers in the pack, so that should be okay. 2 of the following: a melon seed, or 16 chicken eggs, or 2 buckets of water, or 2 cocoa beans and a jungle sapling, or 16 charcoal. I think I'm going to go with the buckets of water and the eggs. That's my thoughts. A melon seed would be nice, but not necessary. Rule number 1. Due to the damaging effects of the nuclear blast, the sun is especially dangerous now. Unfortunately, survivor, this means you cannot, under any circumstances, head outside unprotected during the day. Stay sheltered and survive. If you have to, you can scavenge after sunset, but it is advised that survivors stay in his shelter when possible. You should have the resources to do... Also note that should you have the resources to do, any suit of armor will reasonably protect you from the radiation, assuming it is kept in good repair, above orange. It is then possible to survive and make the surface excursions during the day. This armor cannot be allowed back into the compound, however, it must be left out in the airlock when you return. So that's that. Okay. Before we begin, it says basically we built a bomb shelter beforehand. We built a safe room. The room covered your spawn point, a bed, and a secure way to get underground, and a containing chest of the following stuff. So that's cool. It is dangerous to touch anything outside your shelter. Follow and can and will contaminate everything directly exposed to the weather. So any mobs that are outside are off limits, including their drops, and even at night. You cannot use and especially consume anything that comes from a contaminated source. With this in mind, you'll still have several options. The options being that if you have to go outside to get some cows to bring them into your base, you bring them in and you breed them for like 3 generations. Yeah, 3 generations. So you have the parent, the child, and then that child. Those children can be brought into your base. Same thing with wheat and any other plants that you bring after the challenge starts. Second, you can create a decontamination machine intended to be an end game. The construction must include a chest for the contaminated items in a 3x3 with water covering it. The walls must be made of stone brick, and the machine must be connected by a lever to at least 4 pistons and a repeating clock to make it more machiney.
After the player determined length of time, the items left in the decontaminator will be safe to use. We'll think about what we want to do for decontaminating or breeding, because sometimes it's kind of, iffy. I mean, to decontaminate, I think we'd have to have something different, and I might have some machines or something that we can do to do that. Getting fresh water is somewhat difficult in your radioactive world. Any outside waters are contaminated and cannot be brought inside. To get safe water, you can do it basically in caves. 4. The shelter guidelines. Okay. There are several guidelines for creating a safe room environment in this wasteland. In addition to the thick outer walls, 3 blocks to be exact, other precautions must be in place. Any entrances from the outside must be separated from the rest of the compound by an airlock. The airlock must contain a running source of clean water to clean any items that went outside with you and to deposit them safely in a different room inside the compound. This is only for bringing items in, however. Any airlocks fine with water. The items just have to be left outside. Great. This must be done before any outside materials may be brought into your shelter. Outdoor mobs and their drops are still off limits. Any armor has been outside must be left in the airlock. Obvious. All rooms should have doors in all entrances and exits. Large rooms, aside from farms, are discouraged. In order to have adequate shelter, the following rooms are priorities. Farms, for food and water, a bedroom, storage facilities, etc. Once the essentials have been secured, the survivor must have at least one of each of the following. Blah, blah, blah. To finish the challenge, we're going to ignore it, because they have a couple ways. You can wait it out with 180 days, you can escape, and possibly the easiest and most boring way out, tunnel 256 blocks from a shelter, or drop the science, create a cure, and get some brew some stuff. We could do this, but with mods that's kind of easy. Well, not really, because it's potion generation 2, blah. Our only way out of this challenge will be to create the cure, or, and the one I'm planning on, establish a viable base on the moon, which is going to be fun. It's going to be somewhat along the same guidelines as the mod pack we were just playing with, but here's the difference. I'm going to know what I'm doing, and hopefully things will go faster and it won't bore you so much. I'll kind of cut in and out, show you the good, fun stuff. So, I'm adding some additional rules. The airlock has to be a Galacticraft airlock, so a fully functioning and working Galacticraft airlock. Which means it has to have oxygen as well. Aside from the running water, so it's got to be oxygen sealed. Our base has to be oxygen sealed. We have to have a way of collecting and creating oxygen. That is because, here's the thing, you cannot live indefinitely in a completely sealed off environment without oxygen. You can be deep in a cave, but because they suggest you need an airlock, your doors are sealed, means you don't have a constant flow of fresh oxygen, because outside world oxygen obviously is contaminated. If we go outside, we have to use the mechanism scuba stuff, I think it is, with their oxygen tanks. That allows us to breathe in the radiation. So, with that in mind, I'm going to keep a link to this in the description of, our videos, but we're going to add in those additional rules. I was going to do another pack, but I thought, it's okay. So, with that in mind, let me switch over to my Minecraft and I'll get started showing you the mod list, and we'll get started in the game. See you in a second. Okay, welcome back. So, we're in the game. Here's my mod list, if you're interested. We have Applied Energistics, Code Chicken Core, kind of simple. McDoodle, that's for Galacticraft, so not enough items. We have Open Mods, Agricraft, Applied Energistics, Forge Multipart, Chisel, Extra utilities, Galacticraft, inventory tweaks, mechanism. We have some mine cam. I'm not sure how much I'll be using it, but we have it there. Mine factory reloaded, open mods, open blocks, and some add-ons, some logic. Oh, this is wireless redstone, and micro blocks. Fun stuff. So here we go, single player. I'm using the AT Launcher's vanilla vanilla instance, and I've just added some mods to it. So Apocalypse Challenge. We're going to do Apocalypse as the seed, and I'm not going to do my normal. Sometimes I'll fly around. We're not going to do anything here. Just default. Allow cheats are on just in case. The structures, yeah, we'll leave them. Okay. Survival. Creating the world. And I'll see you when this is loaded. Okay, so we're loaded in. We'll do our Galacticraft stuff later. Got our book for open blocks, which is awesome. Looks like it's going nighttime already. Okay, we're going to check something. We do have a chunk loader, that's all I wanted. Don't have a world anchor. That's fine. So that cave looks perfect for a place to start. Let's go over there. I'm going to set this up. We are going to go into cheat mode. I'm going to go creative for a second. I'm going to fly over there. Ooh, which cave? As if it was me and I was truly in charge of finding a bunker, I would choose a cave. There's a skeleton. Let's turn up my brightness. All the way up so we can see. Okay, that doesn't go very far. I'm going to choose, well, let's see, it goes up and into here, which comes down here, which then drops down into this cave system. Yeah, I think we're going to use it. Oh. But I'm going to start us here. So it says that your beginning structure has to be 3 walls thick. Well, other than this outside wall, we should be 3 walls thick. So we're just going to kind of go in until we are. We're going to kill this guy. Not what I wanted. Okay, so he's dead. I'm gonna work on setting up our challenge and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I'm gonna have a zombie coming trying to get me in a minute. The challenge will start when I enter my new bunker. I have created an iron door with a button. This is our, basically, we're going to start the challenge off living in, oops, I did not finish, living in our bunker. or airlock. They gotta be 3 thick, I forgot. I can't aim, guys. Okay. Official starting is now. We are now sealed inside. The bomb has gone off. Out there is now poisonous. Oops. I'm actually going to break that until we have no way out. We have a bed. Here's my stuff. My 10 seeds, my 5 bread, my 15 torches, stone pickaxe, 4 pumpkin seeds, 2 water, and 16 eggs. Plus 1 torch. That gives me my 16 torches total. We will sleep to set our spawn point. This will move later. This is our safe room for now, which will also be turned into the airlock later. So, for now, it's time to grab some bread, some torches, and for me to go mining to get us started on this very treacherous challenge, which I will share with you my progress in the next episode. So for now, thank you for watching. I hope you will enjoy this episode. If you like the concept and the idea, please hit that like button. It gives me a vote of confidence that you guys are enjoying what I'm doing, and it kind of drives me to make more videos. And the more likes, the faster I make them, so type thing. Thanks again, and until next time, have fun.